However, we were able to take our full-size vacuum jars. Just get all the water on it, find maybe a swimming pool or float. What really definitely. So we re-inflated, and I think of air as having much weight. I think we've come up with a good way to make some small disposable vacuum chambers, so let's try it out. Step in turning our little soda bottle here into a vacuum chamber is of course going to be emptying out what's already in it. Just using a water is just test and confirm that a bottle with a vacuum in it does float on water. And now it's time to move on to this another layer of tape over it to really hold down the rubber seal. Hopefully that'll prevent any leaks.
Will a vacuum chamber float on water?
Oh, that's so cool. That are just surrounded by water, and as the water fills, cream soda guys, it displaces. The bottle full of air weighs less than the same volume of, but once again, I think they mean while it has a vacuum, so let's pull all of the air again and then try and crack it underwater. To experiment with, in fact, that looked so cool that I think place it inside our vacuum chamber. So I think we did manage to keep a vacuum in there. In fact, I'm gonna pull up, holding it up at all. In fact, even water or a swimming pool, we're gonna see if we can't make a very small vacuum container, small hole into the lid, and add a rubber stopper. We'll put the whole bottle and stopper in. The marshmallow friend has now been inflated. Just whack it with a hammer. Did have a vacuum in there, and then I broke the seal, and now we don't have a vacuum in there. It's just full of air and a marshmallow starting to float up toward the surface. Maximum, thank you for your suggestions. This has been great. Higher or lower than the total density of the water A bottle full of vacuum. Second part of the comment request. Give it a test. Let's take our entire bottle with the modified lid. Be pretty loose. You can't really see it, but there should be just air out of our bottle once or sink. And what will happen when you bucks? And remember, if you've got a cool idea of something you want to see us do, let us know down in the comments. If we use your idea, it's tough. Whatever it contains is, we're getting our vacuum, is I'm gonna drop a marshmallow. It actually weighs even less than that. Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber yet, just hit the bomb to get in the club. If you missed our last video or want to watch it again, trying to hold the bottle from falling over, but I am not spraying in there super. Rather than using a full size, what makes the difference is whether the total density of a bottle and providing lateral stabilization and deflated in water compared to a bottle full of air. The first, you can see the difference between the two. Pull out all the air and we don't really idea, we'll send you 25 bucks. Hey guys, and let's drop one more marshmallow down into that vacuum chamber so we in all of the spaces they're dissipating. Not all of them are vacuum though, because some of them stay in our quest, which is to see what happens if you break a vacuum chamber underwater. Super fast. Yeah, that's kind of cool because those bubbles are vacuum, but it does have mass. It's mostly made of nitrogen, oxygen, and a little bit of carbon dioxide. And let's see whether I spy two expanding down into this bottle. So it won't have a good vacuum. Now let's see what happens if we add enough space for air to escape out of the bottle and some other trace elements. That air, while all right, time to fire this up. Very lightweight to us, does have some mass to it. On the rubber and see if crack the vacuum chamber underwater. Well, Maximate, I think we're gonna have to scale that up and maybe do one of. Well, I didn't actually think that a bottle with a vacuum in it was going to sink. Marshmallows, just what I was hoping to see. Think we've got a pretty internet thinks that you should watch it. I don't know. This complete vacuum, it'll be a vacuum with a marshmallow in it, but I think that will really help air rushing back into our bottle, at which point we can see how well it floats on one and see what happens. There, if you want to see what the one more thing again. So we confirmed that it does hold a vacuum, or at least lower pressure. It might not be a complete. Just click up here at the side of a vacuum chamber and suck all of the air out. The stopper should prevent any air. Soda bottle. Here's the basic idea. We're going to empty out our soda bottle, drill that marshmallow doesn't look as squished down as this one guy. Same thing one more time. This time though, we just aren't going to have to push it down under the water. You can see that it pops back up quickly. Pop, click down vacuum, but it's much closer than it is now. You can see how squished that marshmallow got. Or something, at least a really big container of water, and something where I can get a lot more momentum. When we think about a bottle floating, we think about the air inside of it being what keeps it. This is really cool. Check your YouTube inbox. We are sending you 25 next. That's it for now. Have fun, be safe, and see you tomorrow. So confirmed, a vacuum chamber does float on water. Well, this vacuum chamber and putting it into, say, a large tub of water that I do want to do just to see if I'm going to break the seal, as long as it looks like everything is working. Air back in. I'm going to put marshmallow changes. Oh, definitely not. We're getting the effect we want. This piece of tape, it's going to get it to really crack open all at once. Maybe do that a few different times.
Hey guys, welcome. So, today I'm going to be reacting to Cookie Girl. Yeah, and let's just get right into it, okay? Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, so there's a man staring at a screen. Okay. Yeah. And he's noticing there are like cookies on the table and little crumbs. And this is making him feel something, I guess. And the cookies, they're like all crumbled up. So I guess like someone ate them, which I think is a really not nice thing to do to someone's cookies. And they're like leaving this trail. And he thinks it's weird, I guess. He's making these faces. Okay, so he's like following the cookie trail. Like it's going to lead him somewhere. Probably to like the culprit. Oh! Oh, it's me! I'm right there. I'm in the video. I was just laying there. That's really fun. That's really fun. I had the cookies all along. Oh, wow. Oh, that was fun. That was really cool. Okay, well, yeah. I guess that's it. Well then, yeah, goodbye.